Hello internet, welcome to my little slice of YouTube here. First and foremost, I have to say thank you so much for 10,000 subscribers. I am absolutely fucking floored by this. I don't understand, but the internet is a magical place and I love you guys. Okay, so for real, what started as like just this fun hobby thing, I posted my first video like a year ago. I can't believe what's happened since then. I've brought friends onto my channel. I have made friends through this channel. If you're in the live chat, thank you so much. I love you guys. I see every single comment. I try to reply to all of the comments, but I see every single comment. I try to reply to DMs as much as I can. I try to reply to tweets as much as I can. I'm a lot better about tweets, I'm not gonna lie. Pretty trash with messages, but I do see them. So once again, I have nothing to hide behind. I don't have any music. This is just me out here on the internet to get to know you guys a little bit better. So I hope you will take some of these questions and answer them yourselves in the comments so that I have a chance to get to know you a little bit better. Okay, the first question, I think this was from Marcus on my YouTube post. I posted something on my Instagram story to submit questions, and I also made a community post here on YouTube to submit questions. So I took questions from both of those sources and then compiled them into one list. There were a lot of like repeated questions, but I'm gonna try to split this into like music related questions and then like personal life questions. Some of y'all were getting bold with the questions. I'm not answering all of them, but some were very interesting. So the first question is from Marcus. This was from the community tab on YouTube. So his question is, when did you decide to make a YouTube channel and which YouTubers inspire you? I decided to make this channel probably like a year and a half ago, maybe like 4 or 5 months before I actually started it. I had to actually wait to start the channel until I was able to upgrade my iPhone, because for the first like 4 or 5 months of my channel, I was doing everything from my phone. I was shooting, editing, uploading, everything was on my iPhone. So if you have an iPhone, you can make a YouTube channel. And YouTubers who inspire me, I'm not gonna lie, I am not as involved in the YouTube sphere. I really like Ash Reacts, and I really like AJ. I'm sorry, I don't know her channel, but I'll try to tag them or something. But those are the only like reactors that I've watched. People have been telling me for years to make a YouTube channel. Like, bottom line, I had a lot of people in my life who were like, yeah, that's something that you should do. For a while, I thought I was gonna do like a beauty makeup kind of YouTube channel because I was really into makeup at that point. But music is the one thing that I have always loved, and like that's never changed. I've never lost interest, and it's always new, it's always changing. So when I realized that people made reaction channels, I was like, well shit, I can do that. Just sit in front of a camera and listen to music? Abso-fucking-lutely. So a year later, here we are. A lot of questions about favorite artists. So someone asked for my top 5. A lot of you asked for like top 3. I'm gonna go with top 5 because I can't pick. Okay, so my top 5 right now, I'm gonna try to go across like all genres, except maybe like dance, because I don't listen to a lot of dance consistently. Although shout out to like Illenium, because I think that's probably my favorite like dance EDM artist, producer, whatever. Or Lose the Child. Lose the Child. Love you guys. But top 5 are Bleachers, Kehlani, Betty Who, State Champs, and Post Malone. Those are like my go-tos. Those are like, I walk into work and I want to have a good day, which is literally every day. But those are the top 5 artists that I can just walk in any day, anytime, put on one of their albums and just go. My favorite genre of music is probably R&B. I listen to a lot of R&B. I listen to a lot of pop. I just listen to a lot of music, period. Someone asked, were you always this open to discovering new music, or did you grow up listening to 1 or 2 specific genres? I love this question. I love this question because I grew up in a house where we always had music playing. Like, my dad loves music, my mom loves music, all of my brothers love music. We're all very connected to music in very different ways. So that's part of what I think is so special about it. I'm just so grateful that that's the kind of environment that I was brought up in. Who were your first musical heroes? Okay, so this, like I said, grew up listening to music, all kinds of music, all different genres of music. So I think favorites were definitely Bruce Springsteen. There was a girl band, a girl group, a girl duo called Super Chick that were like my first heroes because they were just fucking so badass. They were so fucking cool. But they were also Christian. So they were like this rock band, but they were also like approved by my parents. Oh, and Prince. Prince was another musical hero of mine growing up. What song would you put on the gold record we send out to space to represent all mankind? I hate this question because mankind sucks sometimes. Oh, and Prince. Prince was another musical hero of mine growing up. I don't know. Can we put like Kiss by Prince on the record? I think that's probably the best bet. What's your favorite Kehlani song and album? This one was so fucking hard. I can't pick one. So, we're gonna play by my rules. We're gonna do one song off each album and then I'll tell you my favorite album. So, off of the first album, it's The Way, which features Chance the Rapper. I can't help it, it's my favorite. Sweet Sexy Savage, Get Like is obviously the superior bop on that record. And then Morning Glory is my favorite off of While We Wait. She also released a single with Keisha Cole, All Me, that is unparalleled. It's incredible. The way that I fuck with that song. And then It Was Good Until It Wasn't. My favorite is Serial Lover. It's so good. But I will also say that that is my favorite album. So you could give me any song off of that album and I will be perfectly satisfied. Someone asked me to honestly rate the Zayn album, Nobody Is Listening, on a scale of 1 to 10. It's a 9. It's absolutely, maybe a 9.5. Probably one of my favorite records, I'm not gonna lie. I won't lie, starting out this year with that record. Okay, this question was 3 parts. What was the first concert you went to? What's the best concert you went to? And what's an artist you would like to see in the future? So my parents took us to concerts growing up all the time. Like live music has just been a part of my soul for as long as I've been alive. But my first like vivid recollection of a concert was a Super Chick concert at Carowinds in North Carolina, South Carolina, I don't know, wherever Carowinds is, that my parents took me to with my brothers. I think it was like 2003. Best show I've been to, literally any Betty Who show. Or there was a show at House of Blues in Orlando, and that show was Neon Trees, Mute Math, and 30 Seconds to Mars. I swear to God, one of the best concert experiences I have ever had. Also, I got on stage with Matt Kearney once at a show. Also, the entire Firefly experience, that festival was amazing too. So I don't know. It's really hard for me to pick favorites when it comes to concerts. Like, not all of them hit, but they're usually pretty great. What is your favorite Little Mix song so far? This has got to be either Confetti, A Mess, Happy For You, or Black Magic, because I'm a sucker for Black Magic. And I promise you guys, the LM5 reaction will happen. I'm still waiting for Alice to get back in town, so I think she's moving back in like a few months, but it will happen, I promise. It's just, I can't control when she's here and when she's not. So if you want me to do it without her, let me know, but I think it would be way better for me to wait for her. Favorite New Music Friday video? This was unfair and I cannot answer. Like, obviously not all of them hit. There are definitely some that fall flat or just completely miss the mark, but I love that New Music Fridays are like the heart and soul of this channel. It's what I wanted to start when I started this channel. It's the reason I started this channel, because I didn't see anybody else like actually doing a roundup of new music every week. That's something that my dad has always done, so it's something I've always done, and now we get to do it together. So I can't pick. I love them all. I love that I get to bring friends on and listen to music with them. If you could travel or live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? This one is really difficult because I'm a Sagittarius and I want to go everywhere. But honestly, I think probably Greece, maybe? Like, it's the food for me. So Greece or like Thailand or somewhere in Europe or Asia, honestly, just not North America. What's life like in New York City? Is it worth it? Why did you move there? Honestly, I love living in New York City. I won't lie, I kind of moved here because I was out of college and I kind of lost my whole friend group that I was a part of and didn't really have anything keeping me in Tampa, which is where I was living before I moved here. And it just seemed like a fun place to be. We have this family friend who was in my brother's wedding, and so we were like, hey, like, how's New York? He's going to King's College. Do you like it? What's the vibe? And he was like, oh yeah, absolutely. Like, Sav, you should consider moving there. And I was like, you're hilarious. I will never live in New York City. And I moved here within 6 months of that conversation. So life is funny. Pre-COVID, obviously, it was a lot more fun. There was a lot more to do. There's still a lot to do. It's a lot more difficult in the winter. I really, really, really hate the winters here. But even in a pandemic, even in winter, I love the sense of community. I love that there are so many different people here. There are so many different stories, so many different perspectives that I would never be exposed to otherwise. So I think the more I get to meet people and the more I hear people's stories and I understand more about people, the better of a person I am. The more I'm able to empathize with people. What's the best advice you've ever been given? Honestly, just the advice to remember that everybody else sucks too. Like, no one is as concerned with my shit as I am. Every artist sucks until they don't, and every actor sucks until they don't, and every athlete sucks until they don't. It's just, that's how it works. So the more I'm able to remember that and just focus on being grateful for my life and grateful for my path, the easier it is to live in that state of gratefulness and happiness and be able to spread that to other people. It just makes life better. What's your passion in life? Honestly, music, animals, live production. Those are the things that get me hyped. What is your favorite movie or TV show? Also a question I hate because I never have a good answer for it. Honestly, when it comes to like TV shows, anything that's like a cooking competition, a baking competition, anything with Gordon Ramsay, like, sign me up, I'm in. Do you have any siblings? Yes. I have 3 brothers, 1 is older and 2 are younger. Do you have any pets? Yes. I have a dog, his name is Moose. Did you have a good day? He was a rescue. Part of my journey was moving to New York, leaving New York for a year and then moving back. And when it was time for me to move away, the first time I was fostering him, and I was like, well, I don't really want to give him away. So now I have a dog. How old are you and when is your birthday? I am officially, please don't call me ma'am, years old. My birthday is December 9th. There were also a lot of questions asking for my zodiac sign, which is Sagittarius. So I am a Sagittarius sun with an Aquarius moon and Virgo ascendant for y'all who are interested in the birth charts. What do you do for a living? I work for Apple. I am a Genius admin, which means all of the repair room stuff, Genius Bar side. I run all of that, coordinate, make sure we're doing things correctly. Yeah, like 80% of doing my job is telling other people how to do their jobs and answering questions. So I really like it. My dad asked what my favorite Bible verse is, and I kind of love this because my faith is very important to me, and it's Isaiah 43. I think it's 19, maybe it's 18 and 19, but it basically says, don't dwell on the past, see I'm doing this new thing, can't you see it? I'm making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Oh, I was almost right. Okay, it's 18 and 19. Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past, see I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I'm making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. There's so much hope in that verse, and it really speaks to a lot of like my anxiety about life and my perspective of just relaxing and let God do God things and I keep doing human things, and that's how we rock. But I also love the mantra of God is good to me, God is good at being God. Takes a lot of the pressure off me. Where are you from? So I was born in Florida, and technically I lived there the longest before moving here, but I've also lived all over the US. I've lived in Florida, obviously, New York, obviously, but also North and South Carolina, Tennessee, Colorado, and Oregon. If you could go to any country to learn their culture, where would you go to? I meant to put this with the other question, but honestly probably Greece, just because like give me the food, give me the wine, give me the sun, give me the water. Just, can I just chill? Can I just chill? So maybe that's where I would go on vacation. To learn culture, probably somewhere in Asia. Just like fully immerse me in it. What is your education background? I have a degree in theater, actually. So my degree is in theater. I studied stage management, sound design, lighting design in college, and took that and moved to New York, and I was like, I'm gonna do theater here. And then I didn't, which is fine because I love the job that I have now, and it allows me to do a lot of things outside of work that I really enjoy. So when theater kind of comes back to life in the city, I might consider getting back into it, but it's tough, and I don't really know if I want to start at the bottom of the totem pole like I think I probably would have to. Are you a sound engineer, or did I misunderstand that? I am. I started mixing live sound for live bands in 2012 and have absolutely loved it ever since. I haven't done it, obviously, since COVID locked everything down, but that's part of what I like about this channel is I can sit and focus on the different parts of a song and really analyze the drum track, the piano, the other, like whatever the instruments are. I love to break them down and just analyze them in my head. And sometimes I'll even like remaster a song in my head and think, oh, I would like it a little bit better if the vocal was mixed a little bit higher, or maybe if they brought the drums down a little bit, that would allow space for the piano, the pads, whatever. That's just sort of that's how my brain works. That's how I process music. I mix sound. Okay, now we're getting into more personal stuff. So someone asked, are you dating someone or not? Valid question. I have shared about some of my dating woes on this channel before. So yes, but we haven't talked about like exclusivity or anything. We haven't defined the relationship. It's more of just like this mutual interest. I like him though. He seems like a genuinely kind human. And he called me a romantic interest today, and oh man, the way I can just see a text from him on my phone and smile, it's sickening. But I really like getting to know him so far, so we'll see what happens. What's your love language, and what are your top 5 date ideas? Listen, when I tell you I had a whole existential crisis over my love language last week, I am not kidding. I made a TikTok about it where I basically was like, I haven't been in a relationship with someone in so long, but not just being in a relationship, but like being in community with people that I love and that love me. Like, yes, we're in community together, but like we're also in a pandemic. So I had this whole breakdown about how like I don't even know what my love language is anymore because I can't express and receive love in the same ways that I normally would want to. Like I used to think that my love language was just touch. Like I just thought it was physical touch. I've taken a step back. I've asked myself some questions. I have talked to my therapist. And what I've discovered is my love languages, when I can't physically touch people, are words of affirmation and quality time, which makes a lot of sense for me. Favorite date ideas, again, this one is tough, especially in a pandemic and especially in winter in New York City because everything is shut down and the only thing that we really have is outdoor dining. And I'm not trying to be outside in outdoor dining in literally freezing weather. But when the weather isn't fucking up lives, I love to just explore the city. Like, I will walk anywhere in the city, truthfully. It's great to like grab something to eat or grab something to drink and walk around the city, just exploring and finding different shops and stuff. I love to actually get like dinner at one place, drinks at another, or even do like a rotating dinner where you like get appetizers somewhere and then an entree somewhere else and then dessert somewhere else. I think that's a lot of fun. I really like hiking, so going up to like Van Cortlandt Park is cool. Going out to Long Island and some of the trails out there is cool. Going upstate is a lot of fun. I've been hiking up there. I don't know, I like to be active, but I'm also really down to just like chill at home and watch a movie. Like, actually watch a movie though. My mom asked me, what's my perfect first date? And I don't think she knows this about me, but I hate first dates. I hate them. They're terrible, and let me tell you why. I am a fairly private person. Like, I know I've got a whole YouTube channel, I've got a whole Instagram, and I share information about myself there, but when it comes down to it, like, I'm a pretty private person. I don't like people getting to know me unless I know that they're actually like going to stick around. And this applies especially to romantic interests, and especially in a pandemic era. And I live in this dating app world and in the middle of a pandemic where like I can't even find romantic interests. Where are they? On apps? No, I don't want to do an app. The amount of motivation I have to muster to carry a conversation on a dating app with someone who I'm pretty sure just wants to sleep with me, it's exhausting. But that being said, my criteria for a great first date actually changed recently because I saw this TikTok where somebody's therapist was out here and she was like, if your partner never changed, ever, would you still want to be with them? Obviously, this doesn't apply to me as someone who does not have a partner, but it got me thinking and completely changed my criteria for a great first date. See, I decided to stop looking at my dates as romantic partners and I started looking at them as friends. Like, if I friend zone this person, would I still want them in my life? Can I see them being my friend for any length of time? So I think an ideal first date is one that ends with obviously wanting to spend more time together. But for me now, it's like, okay, yeah, I can see this person as my friend. I can see this being someone that I want to hang out with consistently. I'm not saying you can have chemistry with anybody. Like, obviously I want chemistry and I want romance and I want all of the intimate parts of a relationship, but the friendship has to be there. Like, you have to be able to be friends with someone before you can be in a relationship with them. This is just my perspective on dating right now. What makes you unique? This is from one of my coworkers, but I really appreciate it because he is one of the most genuine people I work with. I love Jesse. I think what makes people unique is our personalities, right? How we interact with the world around us. I like to think I'm a very genuine person. I have a lot of different kinds of interests. I'm a very sweet person, I promise. But I do get a little spicy when you get to know me. The nickname Savage is pretty familiar to me just because I'm not really one to sugarcoat things. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm very direct. I'm very straightforward. I will pretty much tell it how it is and not take it personally when someone else does the same with me. But I'm also a pretty emotional, pretty empathetic person. What is next for you besides YouTube? And when the pandemic is over, what is your next concert and or vacation? The whole concert, vacation, post-pandemic life question was common, so I'll get to that in a second. But what's next for me after YouTube, I really don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I love sharing this platform with you guys. I would love to use this platform to get to another one, like working on a show like Zane Lowe's, or doing something with Spotify, doing something else with Apple Music, working for Genius, all of it I would be into. So maybe this channel will serve as a stepping stone to something greater, or maybe it's just gonna be a hobby that I fucking love. Either way, I'm along for the ride, so we'll see what happens. As far as my next vacation goes, probably somewhere warm and sunny, because New York winter is literally my personal hell. I hate winter in the Northeast. It's terrible. And then my next concert, honestly, I just want a full-on festival. Like, I will go to whatever concert I possibly can, but I need to go to a music festival. I'm really desperate to see Khalid, and I think we're gonna get new music from him soon, so we'll see what happens as far as like tours go in the next couple years. But any of those top artists I mentioned, literally anyone in my music libraries, like if there's a show, just sign me up. I was supposed to see Khalid, I was supposed to see Post Malone again, I was supposed to see Halsey, I was supposed to see Dua, I was supposed to see Niall Horan, I was supposed to see Harry Styles, I was supposed to see Camila Cabello, I was supposed to go to so many concerts, I was gonna see Charlotte Lawrence, I was gonna see Zara, I was gonna Anyway, I had a lot of shows that I was looking forward to. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're in a pandemic. Okay, that's it. That's all the questions. If you have more, put them in the comments. I'll try to answer, but that's all I have for you in this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed getting to know me a little bit more. You can find me on social media if you want to see my daily life a little bit more. I'll put some of my favorite playlists in the description, and stay safe, wash your hands, wear masks, social distance, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah.